And folks, if you're just tuning in, that was Fairfield off the album No One Gets Any, and the track was Water Tower. And if you liked what you heard, go check them out tonight at Dillinger's Music Venue over in New Albany. That's 203 East Main Street. Show starts at 8:30, and it's a $6 cover. Leanne, what did you think about that?
I loved it. I kept thinking it was somebody else, which is a compliment in my world. But he sounds like the tallest man on earth. And do you not think so, Nick?
That's what it was. I was trying to place it. I was like,
it was
man,
the tallest man on earth.
Yep.
And then the backing vocals sounded like Katie Toupin from Houndmouth.
Yep.
And that's just I loved it. It was great.
Well, Fairfield,
I want to go tonight.
Break a leg tonight
Seriously.
at Dillinger's. Well, let's go.
I hope that's a great compliment, because I mean it that way. And sometimes as an artist, people will say, you sound like so-and-so, and you're like, But then if if you remind someone of something, it can't be that bad.
Can't be bad.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
I loved it.
It was good.
Yeah.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, this is Louisville Arts Live. We do it every Saturday at 3 o'clock. This is the show that brings you everything creative in our community, Louisville live entertainment, arts, and news. In the studio today, we've got Leanne Yost, who's our co-host. Hello, say.
Hi. Hey. Hey.
We also have Dave McCool, singer-songwriter here in Louisville. Dave, how are you?
Doing great.
All right. And we also have Nick Peay. Nick, how are you, buddy?
Pretty good.
So, folks, stay tuned for the next hour as we get into some interviews, some live entertainment, some arts, and some news. So, without further delay, Leanne, thank you so much for being here. But for those who are tuning in that don't know who you are, which is, I don't know that can actually be a true statement, can you tell folks who you are a little
This
bit?
isn't on the paper, is it?
No.
I'm a singer-songwriter that lives and breathes in Louisville, Kentucky, and shares space with these two gentlemen and lots of other awesome musicians in town. I'm on a hiatus right now because I broke my left hand, but I'm hoping to come back. My band's playing at New Fest, which is coming up in September. I'm a mom, a Taurus. What else do you want to know?
Well, let's talk about your songwriting.
Okay.
How long have you been writing?
I started writing after I got frustrated that a lot of cover bands I was in broke up, and I didn't play anything, so I couldn't go and just go play. I also learned to play guitar when I was pregnant with my first child, who's now 11. And honestly, just practicing the chords, I would write songs. Like I had friends who would give me different advice on learning how to play, and I'll say, well, take your hardest chords and just do them over and over and over. So I'd write an E minor and a B minor song. Like I would go back and forth, and all of a sudden go, oh, well, here's a melody, and then I'd write a song. Now it's a lot different. Like I'll be sitting at a stoplight and look at a situation and write a song about it. Or, come across a friend and one of us have had a life experience and try to write about that. It's real hard for me not to write in first person, so I just make that disclaimer when I meet new people of, hey, I'm a songwriter, so be careful what you do. No, I'm kidding. But they're all true stories. I mean, I don't know how to write what I don't know, so that's pretty much it, I think.
So how long have you been writing?
Actively, or like that I know I was consciously trying to write a song, probably about 10 years, but I have a journalism degree, so I write all the time. I just am not writing songs.
Sure.
So there have even been times where I'm writing copy for, a print ad and go, wow, this would be a great song. So it comes from everywhere. Seriously, it really comes a lot from my kids because they're coming into teenagehood, and they're making lots of observations that are extremely comical but very deep and life-affirming. So there are some songs about that too.
True. Now, you're currently signed with Sonoblast?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been with them, and how many albums do you have out?
I have 2 albums out. The first was a self-released record that's only on iTunes right now. It's called Basic Needs. The second is As I Live and Breathe, and it came out December of 2011. Oh my God. I'm trying to do the math. Don't release a record in December, by the way. Anyone who's writing.
Unless it's Christmas.
Right, unless it's a Christmas record. But I've been with them for a couple of years, and I've I'm super happy they've gotten a couple of my songs on MTV, and I've had a couple movie placements in the credits, which is really cool.
Sure.
So, I don't know.
What movies would they be?
One of them is called Second Serve, which is a movie that was filmed in Louisville, and the other one is, oh God, something like She Might Bite, but that's not the name of it because that's a band in Louisville. It's something along those lines, and it's the song called Beautiful Day, and they both play in the credits. It's also an Insight commercial, which is very timely since Insight isn't here anymore.
Support local, right?
Yes, exactly.
So who are your musical influences growing up that got you down this
Nick
road?
Peay.
Nick Peay?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. There's probably too many to tell you, but I vividly remember my parents' record collection, which was Fleetwood Mac, Donna Summer. I mean, all over the place. ELO, the Eagles. I said it. I love the Eagles. I love them. Led Zeppelin. I love Motown. I love Motown probably more than anything. I think that surprises people a lot, but my favorite part of music is the groove. Like the drums and bass. I'm done.
Sure.
It's all over.
So Motown's very broad, though. Like, specifically artists?
The Temptations, and look, I'm going to say somebody that probably ain't even Motown, but like Otis Redding and those guys, Wilson Pickett, all of them. Sam Cooke, I love Sam Cooke. Sure. Aretha. You know who else I love? Mother's Finest. I don't know where that came from, but I do love them. I like a lot of different kinds of music. I can also rap, and no, I won't on the show, but I love rap music too.
Well, we're gonna have to bring you back.
Okay, so that I can rap.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, currently, who are your musical influences locally?
Well, Danny Flanagan taught me to play guitar.
Shout out to
So, I can't say enough about that.
Now, do you visit him? I think, was it Wednesday nights or
Tuesdays? He plays every Tuesday at Clifton's Pizza, and I'm there a couple times a year.
Sure.
I do love Nick Peay's music. We actually have performed together a lot, and I miss that. I'm just gonna say it. Butch Rice, I love Butch. I love My Morning Jacket like everyone else, but I've been watching them since they were like 15.
Right.
So I'm a bigger fan of the earlier stuff. I love bands like V-Groove and The Predators. I don't know, all of them. Tania Sanders is a big influence of mine. She used to be here.
Sure.
She's not here anymore.
She's in Colorado.
She's in Arizona. And then Tim Krekel is a huge influence of mine. So, did I name everyone?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Andrea, I love her. Davidson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I don't know. Corey Brumbeck is a great songwriter.
That's right, he is. Butch Rice?
Butch, I already said Butch.
Did you? Oh, okay. Sorry, Butch. Hey, Butch.
Hi. Butch is actually the one who sort of pushed me to Danny to learn to play. Because I was real frustrated that every band I was in broke up. And he's like, well, learn how to play. Well, I'm a basketball player. I'm not really a guitar player. But now I'm a guitar player and I can't play basketball. So it's great. It's full circle.
So if folks want to reach out and follow you and stay up on your career and everything else that you've got going on, how can they...
they should listen to Crescent Hill Radio because I've been here like once a week.
You should listen to Crescent Hill Radio.
No, I have leanneyost.com. That's really a download of my latest record, but I'm on Facebook a lot, Leanne Yost Music. I'm just like Batgirl. I'm Batman, but Batgirl. I don't know. I try to be everywhere, but also not anywhere.
Sure. All right. Any upcoming gigs that you would like folks to know about?
I'm playing Nulu Fest on September 28th. I think that's really all I've got going on since I'm recovering from a hand injury. So
yeah, well, tell us a little bit about that, folks.
No thanks.
Exactly. How did that happen?
It was a bad, just a really freak accident. I got my pinky caught in a drawer handle, and it ripped off, and it's my left fretting hand, and I'm actually using my therapy putty right now for people who are watching. It's a really strong silly putty, but it strengthens the muscles in your hand. So I have to do it all the time. All the time. I'm supposed to be a guest writer up in Cincinnati in a couple weeks. I don't think that's going to happen. but I've let them know. So anyway, Nulu Fest. That's my answer.
Great.
In a roundabout way.
And going back to your album, sonoblastrecords.com, and it's also on...
It's on iTunes, CD Baby, Bandcamp, this one time at Bandcamp, and leanneyost.com. It's there. So...
Well, we want to thank you again for being in the studio today.
Thank you for having me. This is fun.
Being the co-host. And we're going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to go over to Dave McCool. So, folks, if you got questions, please fire them away.
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming. Dave, tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Well, in regards to questions and requests, typically I say this once a night is, I'm happy to do songs, that people request, and I've had a few requests already, but I'm going to keep on playing anyway. So that's a good one to have. But I guess my biggest influence, I recently relocated here from Lexington, Kentucky, and my biggest influence is, I guess, of course, along with everyone else, the Beatles, the Eagles, and then I saw Crosby, Stills, Nash in concert, their first tour after Deja Vu, and JBL sponsored it, and from that point on, I was a lost cause.
So you've been playing now for how long?
I started playing professionally when I was 18, so you could say 30-plus years. That's being kind.
Where do you play? Where can we see you?
My normal gig is Thursday nights at Gary's on Spring Street, and that's every Thursday night from 6 to 9. And then I float occasional gigs at Qdoba on the corner of Eastern Parkway and
in the
Barstown
Highlands.
Road. In the Highlands.
Awesome.
Yeah, and usually there's a nice crowd, a nice eclectic, young to old to family. So it's really a cool, good group to play for.
Now, Dave, you've been out to Louisville Arts Live on Wednesday nights, and that's actually how we met. And big fan of your voice and your music that you play. But what were you thinking about doing for us today? Like, what was one of the pieces that you wanted to perform first?
I've really been taken by, I call them a couple of kids, and this album now this was their first album together, and they were at Morehead State University, and Chris Thiele, the mandolin player extraordinaire, and as well as her name will come to me. Anyway, I liked those guys. I liked everything on their record, and didn't realize that a lot of the songs were a re-release from records, hits and popular songs back in the 30s and 40s. And that dawned on me when I was helping a buddy of mine clean out a radio studio, and they decided to get rid of all their vinyl records. So we had a Ford truck, the van that we filled up. I mean, and there were albums on my lap. I could barely see out of the windshield because there was probably 3,000 or 4,000 albums at least. And then I ran across these songs. I go, wait, Nickel Creek did that. Those kids from Morehead State University. And so anyway, so I've been taken by. So I do a few of their songs and others as well.
All right. No, I think that's pretty common. Is music goes through cycles, and a lot of older music from the 30s, early 20s. I mean, bluegrass right now is blowing up, but more of a hybrid bluegrass, and actually going back to the roots, bluegrass roots. So
my kids hear Louis Armstrong and are blown away. They're like, "Who is this? Can we go see him?" I was like, "Man, I wish we could."
Only.
Seriously, I mean, it's great to see how all that comes back in to style, especially with some of the music that's out there today.
Well, you've been around, 10 years? So
yeah, I'm 19.
Music's starting
right.
to come back around.
Right.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, this is Louisville Arts Live. We do it every Saturday at 3 o'clock. We're live in the studio with our guest host today, Leanne Yost, Nick Peay, and Dave McCool. And we're going to switch going back to Dave. Dave, give us a song, would you please?
All right, be happy to.
All right. And folks, do this for us. Go to Facebook on our status. Type in Real Feel for your chance to win 2 tickets tonight to Real Feel Audio presents Corey's Birthday Bash. And Leanne, can you tell us a little bit more about that birthday bash?
I can.
All right. That's tonight, folks. And this is 2 tickets. So go to our status right now.
All right. First of all, there's and say what? I interrupted
Type
you.
in
Sorry.
Real Feel. Just Real Feel.
Real Feel. REALFEEL. And look, there's a couple really good bands playing. One of them I know personally, Lazy Sunday. They're really, really good. They're younger and they'll amaze you with their groove. Seriously. Derby City Soul Club. Tom Boone and the Back Porch Pickers, and it's tonight. 18 and over. The doors are at 8:30, and it's only $10. So you guys should go, especially if you're trying to win the tickets, because then you don't have to pay $10.
Just type in Real Feel.
Yep, Real Feel.
And we'll draw from that by the end of the show.
Do it at Diamonds on Baxter. Barrett. One.
Highlands. One of those places.
Aren't Baxter and Barrett the same road by now?
No.
Don't you all do that?
No.
Do you all do that?
No.
I occasionally
Yeah.
will do that.
Sorry. Anyway, the old Jillians.
Folks, without further delay, we'd like to present to you Dave McCool.
I am a lighthouse, warmed by the weather and the waves. I keep my lamp lit to warn the sailors on their way. I tell a story, paint you a picture of my past. I was so happy, and joy in this life seldom lasts. I had a keeper, he helped me warn ships at sea. He was so happy, and his joy meant everything to me. He was to marry a girl who showed beauty and light. They loved each other, and with me watched the sunsets in the night. And the waves crashing around us, sand slips out to sea, and the wind that blows reminds us of what has been and what can never be. She had to leave us. My keeper, he prayed for safe return. But when the night came, the weather to a raging storm had turned. He watched her ship fight, but in vain against a wild and terrible wind. And me so helpless, as dashed against the rock she met her end. And the waves crashing around us, sand slips out to sea, and the wind that blows reminds us of what has been and what can never be. Then on the next day, my keeper, he found her washed upon the shore. He then was helpless, and me so helpless, as dashed against the rock she met her end. crashing around us. Sand slips out to sea, and the wind that blows reminds us of what has been and what can never be. I am a lighthouse, warmed by the weather and the waves. I keep my lamp lit to warn the sailors on their way.
All right, folks, if you're just tuning in, this is Love Arts Live. We have in the studio live right now Dave McCool. Dave, wonderful song.
Thank you.
Dave, I got a question for you. I've been thinking about this. Any musician, living or dead, who would you like to meet?
Probably Jim Croce. And I hear that his wife and he has a son who plays as well, and out in San Francisco, I believe. Love to meet him and go to the restaurant. I presume that they still have. And yeah, he had a big influence over me in that, you know, he sang about life, and if he worked in a car wash, he wrote a song called Steadily Depressing Low Down Mind Messing Working at the Car Wash Blues, which is what I do.
So let me ask you, going forward with your music, what when you perform out, what's your goal? Is it for yourself, or are you looking to get to the next level in your career with your music, or what is it?
Yeah, basically, you know, I learned a long time ago that, you know, you do a song and the song can have different meanings to different people. And people have come up to me and, you know, with a tear in their eye saying, man, that song meant so much to me, and I've never heard it, you know, or I've never heard it live somewhere. And it touches their soul in a way. And I realize that that's kind of a big responsibility if you're out in the clubs to performing. You know, a lot of guys have a blasé attitude and, you know, sit there and get kind of buzzed and not really take it that seriously. But if you think about it, you really owe the audience more than that. So, you know, touching people and their feelings, which all songs, you know, generate some sort of feeling, just like, you know, of days gone by. So anyway, I think it's a big responsibility, and you need to respect it and just do the best you can while you have fun doing it.
Absolutely. So, Leanne, if you don't mind, when you write, is it motion based, or is it just an environment that promotes you to write more about it? Or let's get to the lyrics.
I wish it were both. I do want to piggyback on what he was talking about, though, about performing and stuff. And Danny Flanagan has actually given me the best advice of most people. But if there's one person there or 60,000 people there, they came to see you. So you're doing them a complete disservice if you're mad that there's only one person there. Because that one person could be Jerry Bruckheimer. I don't know. I don't even know why his name came. Anyway, that really resonated with me because a lot of musicians I know get really mad that, you know, there wasn't a good turnout. And everyone has had those shows. Everyone has had a great show and everyone's had a really crappy show. And it's really, you will always find one person, even if it's somebody that works there, that's paying attention. And you sing to them like, you know, there isn't a tomorrow. And I forgot what the question was again. What was it? Oh, yes. I usually write when I'm upset. I hate to say that I wish I could mark time and go, you know what, I'm going to write a song. It's usually, I'm so upset, I'm writing a song. And rarely it will be, God, I'm in the best mood, I'm going to write a song. Because if I'm in a really good mood, I want to go do things. I don't really want to sit down and write. So I have to force myself to write happy songs. It doesn't mean I can't. It's just that I'm doing things when I'm happy. When I'm upset, I'm reflecting. So is it more therapy for you as a writer? It's very, very cathartic. Yes. I love being able to call someone out with a melody.
Sure.
Yeah. And that doesn't ever suck.
So Dave, with the music that you perform and the lyrics that you're listening to, is it more therapy for you to perform these pieces as well, or?
It's a performance art, and in performance art, you know, as Leanne said, you know, everyone has a bad show, And then again, the euphoria that you experience after having a great show and, having that contact with the live audience is just very rewarding and in turn can be very therapeutic as well.
Great. Well, folks, if you're just tuning in, this is Louisville Arts Live. We broadcast every Saturday at 3 o'clock from Crescent Hill Radio. We've got in the studio live Leanne Yost, who's our co-host. We've got Nick Peay and Dave McCool. We're talking with Dave McCool as he's performing some pieces about music and life in general. And without further delay, I'd like to go back to Dave. And Dave, can you perform another piece for us, if you don't mind?
Sure. Light shine bright on Broadway. You say there's always magic in the air when you're walking down the street. You ain't had enough to eat. The glitter fades right off and you're on nowhere on Broadway. They say the women treat you right on Broadway. Yeah, but looking at them just gives me the blues. Thank you, Lee.
I love this song.
How you gonna spend some time? All you got is one thin dime, and one thin dime won't even shine her shoes on Broadway. One thin dime won't even shine her shoes. They say that I won't last too long on Broadway. I'll catch a Greyhound bus for home, they all say. And I know they're wrong, I know they are, 'cause I can play this here guitar, and I won't quit till I'm a star on Bardstown. Broadway. And I won't quit till I'm a star on Broadway.
All right. Folks,
I got cut off, but thank you for letting me just do that. I love that song.
I enjoyed that.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, this is Louisville Arts Live. We do it every Saturday at 3 o'clock. We actually are just listening to some great music from Dave. That was Dave McCool, local singer-songwriter. And Dave, let me ask you, if folks were interested in following you and staying up on what events you've got and how to keep up with you, how would they go about doing that? Great
question. Don't really know. Well, I haven't really done I'm not a big Facebook guy. I'm not really a big phone person either. So I don't have an Apple phone. I don't go crazy on the phone thing. Anyway, one of the many things I need to do is kind of get a website up, and in order for fans to be able to see my schedule and know where I'll be, and that way I can figure out where I'm going to be as well. But right now, all I can say is that look in the Leo. I'll be playing around here wherever they'll have me. That's where I'll be.
Well, you're always welcome at Louisville Arts Live on Wednesday night. This show is an extension of that endeavor, and we want to thank you again for being in the studio and performing with us today. And Kelly, I got a small favor, if you don't mind. For folks that are listening to us, you can also Ustream this through our website, which is crescenthillradio.com. Can you have all frames up in the video for just a second? This is my feeble attempt to have that show, The Brady Bunch.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Come on.
For folks that are just tuning in,
Ooh.
You've got 3 frames. We're missing a 4th. And Kelly, can you? Oh, no. So we got 3 frames. So just everybody do a smile. If
Do we have the here's a story?
Oh,
wait.
Wait, I'll point down. I'll point down or point over
This
to.
way.
There we go. Thank you so much for that. Little fun, little levity. All right. Folks, this is Louisville Arts Live. We do it every Saturday at 3 o'clock. Leanne Yost is our guest host today. And now, Dave, thank you so much for being in the studio. But we're going to switch gears a little bit and go with Nick Peay.
Hi.
Brother Nick.
There he is.
Here I am.
There he is. See, you inspired
Nick Peay.
Nick Peay.
Nick
What-
P,
You
for
inspired.
those that don't know me.
You inspired Leanne when she was growing up. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I know.
That's amazing.
It's funny how that works.
It's hilarious
She inspired me
since I'm
while I was
older.
growing up.
Since I'm older than he is.
Oh, age is relative, right?
Right, exactly.
So, Nick, for the audience that's tuning in, can you tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and
My name is Nick Peay. I am a part-time traffic director / ice cream maker. No, I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
No, you're not.
I don't know.
He loves dogs.
I love dogs. I'm a songwriter musician here in Louisville. I travel as much as I can to take music to other people. As one of my ukulele students would say, I take field trips to play music for people in other places. So I love doing that. I do love dogs. I have a dog. He's a German Shepherd mix. He's 3.5. He's awesome. I love him. What else? I don't know.
You're a great songwriter.
Thank you.
can
I'm
you,
a songwriter.
without singing, can you just give us a little clip? Can you speak the words that you sing? Can you?
Any of them?
Yeah, out of any of the songs that you've written, just a little taste.
So okay, well, I'm working on a new project, so these lyrics are fairly fresh, and it's a chorus, and it goes: "My heart is a drum machine. Whenever you're around, it beats in double time."
Very nice.
You had me at hello.
Oh, you had me at drum. I like drummers.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's cool.
going to be a drummer now.
I like it. I am a drummer. I played drums for you. Remember?
Yeah, that's true. You did.
And I didn't. I was actually
It was
halfway
good.
okay. I
Yeah.
know. As long as I don't have to sing while I'm playing, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need to get Leanne
Yeah.
more involved in the band again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Folks that are just tuning in, the chemistry in the studio is amazing between Leanne and Nick.
We've just known each
Peay,
other for a long
Peay.
time.
Known each other for a very
Seriously.
long time.
So we guys, listen. Thanks for tuning in. We do this show every Saturday at 3:00. But Nick, give us some music, would you? Some
Yeah,
soulful tunes.
I would be
from
happy to.
That angelic voice of yours.
I'll do a song off of my most recent record called Feathers and Fables. And the song is called Two Miserable Blackbirds. Two miserable blackbirds hang from a wire. Leave them be, she said, they're just lonely souls for hire. And I can't help but thinking as the sun sets the world on fire. Is it me, is it you, are we two miserable blackbirds? Two miserable blackbirds calling out their pain. Hold your ears, he said, you don't need to hear its name. And I can't help but thinking as the sun sets the world on fire. Is it me, is it you, are we two miserable blackbirds? Two miserable blackbirds walking down the road. Don't look back, they said, 'cause you can't see where you're going. And I can't help but thinking as the sun sets the world on fire. Is it me, is it you, are we two? And I can't help but thinking as the sun sets the world on fire. Is it me, is it you, are we two miserable blackbirds?
It's your turn now.
That was awesome.
It is awesome.
I have questions.
Well, please.
Fire away.
What's the first song you ever wrote, and what was it about?
The first song I ever wrote, I was 14 or 15, and I was in a like a choir group at my church, and two of the other guys that were in it also played guitar, and we started playing together. And so the first song I ever wrote was called, I think it was called, it was either You Were Always There. I think that was the first one. I wrote two when I was with that group, and it was You Were Always There for Me and Against All Odds.
That Phil Collins later ripped
That
off.
Phil Collins
Right.
later ripped off. I still haven't gotten the money from that one.
Awesome.
But they were Christian tunes because I was really into my my choir group. So
Interesting.
it was fun.
You know, honestly, in music, I think a lot of folks start with,
Church.
choirs,
Yeah.
church, singing
I
and
did.
so
That's
forth.
where I really developed my voice. Because I sang a lot when I was little, but then when puberty hit, that just like rocked my world, and I couldn't sing. I had a very limited range, and so the choir director really pushed me vocally, and so I worked really hard, and that's kind of where I was able to develop my range and vocal quality and stuff. So.
Speaking of choir directors, shout out to Frank Heller when I was in Louisville Youth Choir. Big influence in my life that kind of got me going that way.
I know him.
Just talked to him earlier this week. So, Frank,
Nice.
you're listening. Thank
Hey.
you.
Hey.
Hey. Well, what other you got? Come on,
What
Leanne.
else?
You
More
got one?
questions?
Yes.
What's the last song you wrote, and what was it about?
The last song I wrote is the song that I
Beautiful.
gave you the lyrics
Yeah.
to. And like I said, it's a new project.
It was
that I'm
about a
working on.
drummer.
It's about a drummer.
No.
No,
I'm
It's
kidding.
not.
Love.
It's a love song.
It's okay.
It's kind of a love song, and that's not something I usually do, because I usually get not bored with love songs, but it's not easy to say something unique
Sure.
in a love song, and I try to say unique things as I write songs. I try to be me and be unique. So but it's
Well, be you. You're the only you in the
yeah.
world.
That's what I always tell people. Always be yourself. Unless you can be Batman, then always be Batman.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, this is Louisville Arts Live. We do it every Saturday at 3 o'clock, and we are pleased to be live with Nick Peay. Nick, can we go to another song? You got
Yeah.
something else?
Oh, yeah.
All right, what are we going to do?
Absolutely. This is a song called "Looks Like Rain," and if Leanne is allowed, she may sing back. Up.
Yeah, why not? Let's do
I'll
that.
allow
I'm tuned
it.
for talking.
Excited.
We'll see. We'll
Anyway,
see.
this song's called "Looks Like Rain," and I released it about a year ago. But I just put out a brand new music video for it. That was kind of a. It's a compilation of all of the traveling that I've done over the last year. So you could say the video is about a year in the making, and you can find it on my website. But yeah, this is "Looks Like Rain."
And what is that website?
Oh,
real quick?
it's nickpaymusic.com, Peay.
Thank you.
Although I think if you go to Peay, P-A-Y, nickpaymusic.com, I think I own that and set that to redirect
was
to the
smart.
right one. So, so you could do either one, whatever's easiest for you.
Spelling is optional.
Spelling is optional. Anyway, this looks like rain. This piece of paper tells you my name, but it don't really say who I am. And this town is full of people like me, but they don't really know who I am. Well, I've half a mind to get in my car and drive to the end of this cloud, where I can find some people like me chasing their own little cloud. Looks like rain, looks like rain, looks like rain. Write you a letter, sign it with love. Everything's turned to gray. Walk to the mailbox, I changed my mind. You'll never know what I say. Looks like rain, looks like rain, looks like rain. Looks like rain, looks like rain, looks like rain. Need a haircut, I need a keychain, I need a stopwatch, count the slow change. Need a window to see the ocean. Need a long drive, some emotion. 'Cause this piece of paper tells you my name, but it don't really say who I am. Looks like rain, looks like rain, looks like rain. Looks like rain, looks like rain, looks like rain. Looks like rain, looks like rain, looks like rain to me.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, this is Nick Peay live in the studio
With Peter Brady
with
on
Lil
the
Wax
background.
Lounge.
Sorry.
with Leanne Yost backing him way up.
Sorry.
We try to keep it
good.
live. We try to keep
Hey,
it live.
we talked about Peter Brady earlier. I'm having a Peter Brady
love it.
moment. Yeah.
It's good.
I love that song. I swear.
Thank you. I like it a lot.
So, Nick, what inspired that song? The Rain?
No, actually, well, yeah, in a way, but not in a bad way. The song is about a difficult situation, but the rain comes in because I remember as a kid I loved sidewalk chalk, and you go outside and like draw stuff, and I like drawing, and I did all sorts of stuff. And when it would rain, it would wash it all away, but it would leave me a clean slate to start again. So in this difficult situation, the rain is what would wash it all away and allow me to start fresh again.
I really like that a lot.
Thank you.
How about you, Leanne?
I do too.
What about you, Dave?
I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Well, folks, we're quickly running out of time in this wonderful hour and this
Talent
epic,
too. At least for my end. Sorry. Not y'all.
this epic experience. Everybody point. Let's do this photo again. Hold on a second. This is all right. Okay, so just tuning in the video. Everybody. All right, there we go.
There it is.
There it is. All
Guess I
right,
could do
we're
this
good.
too.
We're good. Yeah, we're good. We do this every Saturday at 3:00. Nick, we're quickly running out of time,
Yep.
but if you have a short piece for us, we'd love to have one more from you.
Yeah, sure. I can do a real short one.
No pressure.
No pressure. Yeah, real quick, I just want to say I got some really cool shows coming up that I'm really pumped about. I'm in Chicago next week, and then E-Town next weekend, and then at the Highlands Tap
On the
Bar and Grill
27th.
on the 27th, which is going to be a ton of fun. So come out and hang out for that. This is a song called Mockingbird. It's also off of Feathers and Fables. Well, I've heard a tiny talking bird singing secrets on the breeze, drip like whispers through the leaves. And these days, it's the same repeating phrase, heard on every chirping tongue, spoke with wisdom of the young. Hey there, mockingbird, you should stop talking, 'cause you're just mocking yourself. Your song may seem poignant and strong, but it's a semblance of your name, drenched in echoes of the same. And that sound comforts everyone around. It's so familiar in its way, just a simple overplay. Hey there, mockingbird, you should stop talking, 'cause you're just mocking yourself. You'll sing of unimportant things, but it's that same old tired song that has everyone in awe. And I know that they all love it so, but it's a tiny little tree in a forest wide and deep. Hey there, mockingbird, you should stop talking, 'cause you're just mocking yourself. Hey there, mockingbird, you should stop talking, 'cause you're just mocking yourself. Hey there, mockingbird, you should stop talking, 'cause you're just mocking yourself.
All right.
Yeah, baby.
We got Nick Peay live in the studio. Nick, want to thank you again for being
Oh, man, thanks so much for having me.
And
Super pumped to be here.
And tell us a little bit more about the upcoming events that you've got.
Next Thursday, I'll be in Chicago. I'll be doing the Underground Podcast radio show that afternoon, and then at Uncommon Ground the night of. Rushing back to town Friday to play the Heartland Festival in Elizabethtown on Saturday, which is an awesome, awesome festival. And then the 27th, I'm at the Highlands Taproom Bar and Grill. So come out. They have awesome food and awesome beer. And I'll be playing a bunch of tunes all night, so come hang out for that. Playing a benefit for the Gildas Club, September 7th. That's down at the waterfront. It's going to be outside. So pretty awesome stuff coming up. I'm really excited about all of it, every bit of it.
Well, we're excited for you, truly. I know Leanne is.
I am always excited.
Her
for
face
Nick
just
Peay
says
shows.
excitement. Now, to follow you, that's nickpaymusic.com.
Yep, that's a good one.
And Facebook
and all that stuff.
/ Nick Peay Music.
Yep.
And then nick@nickpaymusic.com. If
Yep.
you want to email you.
Yeah, if you go to the Nick Peay Music website, all of those links are up there. So you can find me on all your social media, your favorite social media places, and
Great.
it's all there.
Speaking of social media, folks, go to Facebook / Louisville Arts Live. On our status currently, just type Real Feel for your chance to get 2 tickets for tonight's showing of, again, Leanne.
Can I go? Is that the way you say it? Can I go? Lazy Sunday, Derby City Soul with Matt Anthony and Kim Cerise as DJs, and Tom Boone and the Back Porch Pickers. Back Porch Pickers. Diamonds Pub Concert Hall, Barrett, tonight.
Shout out to Corey. Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Corey.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
You feel real good.
Folks, this is Louisville Arts Live. We do it every Saturday at 3 o'clock.
That came out wrong. He has the Real Feel studio.
Real Feel.
Yeah.
We got some live art events coming up. Can we talk about that, Leanne, please?
We can. Tuesday, August 20th, Made in 502 Creative Writing Competition semifinals at the same place that you're going to win tickets to tonight, Diamonds on Barrett Avenue. It's free to the general public. For more information, visit www.madein502.com or call 502-230-1771.
And tonight, Open has open gallery at 2801 South Floyd Street. Starts at 7 o'clock. All ages, no cost. Features Paula Cara Ferry for Verdict Dreams and an exploration of the goddess. Music by Joe Conroy and Nashville's Tom Schreck. So check them out. That's Open Gallery. And you can find them on Facebook, and Mark James will, find them on Facebook.
Sure. All right. So is it time for our closing quote, or do I have time to read another?
Yes, we do. Keep going, please.
Okay. So August 24th is Brew at the Zoo and Wine too at the Louisville Zoo. 1100 Trevelyan Way from 4 to 9, featuring beer and wine samples, live music. You can visit www.louisvillezoo.org.
And Wednesday, August 21st, Louisville Arts Live, Diamond Concert Hall, 630 Barrett Avenue, always free, from 7 till whenever. Come show your talent, express yourself with all mediums of art collaborating in this weekly event. This show is an extension of that event. Terry Kendall, aerial artist and acrobat, will be performing simultaneously while Ken Parks is painting, Steve O. Shepard is doing body art, Eric Rorick is doing his airbrush designs, and so much more. So come out and support Louisville Arts Live in this free event, $3 beers, and never a cover. And next event
is August 31st, the Alfred Hitchcock movie series at the Louisville Palace Theater, 625 South 4th Street. You can visit www.louisvillepalace.com. The cost is $5 to see the birds. Is it the birds? That movie has. I cannot stand birds now, by the way, for that reason. It starts at 8.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we do this every Saturday at 3 o'clock. We'd like to thank our show guest today, Leanne Ghost, for being guest host. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting up with me.
We would like to thank Dave McCool for being here with us. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks.
Awesome.
All right. And we'd also like to do Nick Peay. Thank you.
We would.
Thank you.
We would. Wait. Let's wait.
Wow.
I'm just.
Wait,
I'm going back to the
I have
video.
questions.
Everybody, point again one more time if you can. This is all right. Let's do
Nope,
it. There we go.
There it is.
So, folks, tune in weekly Saturdays, CrescentHillRadio.com. Thank you so much for listening. And we would like to close and would. Man, I'll tell you what. I think I'm going through a stroke. I think I'm having a stroke over here.
It's me.
The closing quote, please, if you don't mind.
It's not you, it's me. Sure. Music expresses that which cannot be said and on which it I'm starting over. Music expresses that which cannot be said and on which it is impossible to be silent. Victor Hugo.
I think that's a great quote.
It's awesome. I love it.
All right. Well, thank you guys again. And
Thank you, man.
All right.
Appreciate
Thanks.
No
Thanks so
problem.
much.
Thank you again from Louisville Arts Live.
Up next, Sean T. Johnson.